The Great Doggy Detective and the Cat Burglar Caper. The story. Once upon a time, in the bustling little town of Pawsville, there lived two legendary vicars. One was Sherlock Bones, the greatest dog detective the town had ever known. He was a scruffy golden retriever with a magnifying glass perpetually stuck to his nose and a knack for sniffing out mysteries. The other, Whiskers McSneakerson, a sly tabby cat with a black mask. Now, these two were sworn rivals. Sherlock Bones had vowed to catch Whiskers after she'd stolen the mayor's triple decker tuna sandwich during a town picnic. One sunny morning, chaos erupted in Pawsville. The town's prized possession, the Golden Squeaky Toy, had vanished from the museum. Rumor had it that Whiskers McSneakerson was behind it, but Sherlock Bones had his doubts. Armed with his trusty magnifying glass and a trench coat 2 sizes too big, Sherlock began his investigation. Scene 1: The Dog Park Interrogation. Sherlock questioned the locals at the dog park. A French poodle named Fifi claimed she saw Whiskers sneaking into the museum. I saw her with my own 2 eyes. But when Sherlock asked for proof, she just barked and chased her own tail. Meanwhile, a chihuahua with a suspiciously high pitched voice said, I heard Whiskers went into the alley behind the bakery. She's probably stuffing her face with croissants right now. Sherlock wagged his tail and raced off to the alley. Scene 2: The Alley Confrontation. Sure enough, there was Whiskers, lounging on a trash can and licking her paw nonchalantly. Sherlock growled. You've gone too far this time, Whiskers. Hand over the golden squeaky toy. Whiskers yawned dramatically. Sherlock, darling, she purred, do you really think I'd bother with such a squeaky toy? I have standards. Sherlock wasn't convinced. Then why are you hanging around the bakery? Whiskers pointed her paw at the trash can lid, which flipped open to reveal a raccoon wearing sunglasses and holding the golden squeaky toy. The real culprit, scene 3. The raccoon, named Ricky, laughed maniacally. You fools! I'm the true mastermind behind this caper. Sherlock's jaw dropped. But why? Ricky smirked. Because sneaky toys are fun. He squeaked the toy obnoxiously. Before anyone could react, Whiskers leapt into action. With a graceful backflip, she snatched the toy out of Ricky's hands and tossed it to Sherlock. Don't say I never did anything for you, Sherlock. Sherlock wagged his tail, impressed, but refusing to admit it. Ricky tried to escape, but the entire dog park had gathered, and they weren't about to let him go. The dogs formed a barking wall, herding Ricky towards the town's squirrel jail. The moral of the story, scene 4. Back at the museum, Sherlock and Whiskers stood in front of the returned golden squeaky toy. Sherlock sniffed and said, Maybe you're not bad after all, Whiskers. Whiskers smirked. And maybe you're not as clueless as you look, Sherlock. From that day on, they decided to work together to solve mysteries, becoming the unlikeliest of partners. Moral of the story? Sometimes even the fiercest rivals can team up for a greater good. And remember, never trust a raccoon in sunglasses. That's all.